The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie. Back Monday at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Mogi,
Yeah.
I'm on the horns of a dilemma, my friend.
Go on.
I've been invited to a 50th birthday party this weekend, right?
Sure.
First up, I don't like going to parties anymore.
No.
If you don't drink, you don't smoke, and the main reason is I don't like people.
Yes.
Then I try to avoid them. Also, 50-year-old, I mean, I don't want to hang out with a lot of old people.
A lot of old fogies
You
there,
know what I
man.
mean? We won't be on the same wavelength, is
No.
my fear. But anyway, my friend who invited me, I hadn't responded to his invitation, so he actually rang me. And he went, Jace, are you coming to my party? And I said, oh. And he went, mate, I'd really love to see you. We haven't seen each other for ages. It'll be great to catch up. So it'd be awesome if you could come. So he basically guilt-tripped me into saying yes. And so I was like, yeah, of course, man. Yeah, I'm into it. Sounds good. It'd be great to catch up, blah, 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 blah. I found out today, that happened a couple of days ago, I found out today my worst nightmare, it's a costume party. What's worse?
Yeah.
And there is nothing I hate more than dressing up to go to a party.
Sure.
Call me an old stooge, call me a spoil sport. I hate costume parties.
I'll call you a backbone.
Thank you, man. But now I'm going, I've committed to it. I've actually spoken to him personally. How in God's name do I get out of this?
Well, it's quite simple, man. There's mitigating circumstances that weren't brought to your attention
Sure.
prior to you agreeing to attend the party. That is, you're not a child.
Thank you.
Not dressing up like a goddamn goose.
Yes.
At a 50th party of all things, man. Grow up.
just with lots of bloody old people.
Old people dressed up is one of the, in costume, and I'm serious here, is one of the saddest things on the face of the earth.
Oh, mate, you get no argument from me.
You know, seeing people dressed up as bloody Shrek
Yeah.
and absolutely steamed off their heads, falling all over the dance floor.
I mean, face paint everywhere.
Yeah.
Grow up! Getting completely steamed, smoking durries.
Yeah.
Like the
Not even doing the good stuff, are
yeah,
you?
bloody hell, mate. Oh, well, good. I feel good about that. So
And obviously, you know, in terms of what do you tell them, you don't tell them anything.
sure.
You shut up shop. Turn your phone off, put your phone on silent,
Well, the crazy thing
and
is,
you
man,
tell them, if there's one thing you know about this guy, it's his party, he's going to be maggoted.
yeah, true.
And the next day, before he can text you and say, why weren't you at the party, you text him and say, shit, I had a good time last night, man. Thanks so much. So good catching up. Good to see you doing well, you mad bastard.
My
He'll be
God,
that
that's
confused,
brilliant.
man.
Because I was just going to flag it, and, the truth of the matter is I don't even like the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
could just do that too. Oh, well, thanks for that. That's a great idea, mate.
Yeah.
Bloody great party. Adam, you mad bastard. Jeez, got a hit on me. Bit spewy this morning.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
You recall yesterday, Mogi, I got put in an awkward situation with my mate who's having a 50th birthday party this weekend.
Yeah.
Because as you know, I'm not a big fan of parties anymore. You know, when you're not drinking and you're not smoking and all that sort of stuff. Plus, I don't really like people.
Yes.
But anyway, my mate actually rang me up and said, hey, man, I haven't seen you for a while. He just touched base. He made an effort. And it'd be really lovely if you could come to my party. Because we haven't seen each other for a while. And I was like, oh, what an absolute nightmare scenario. Because I sort of felt that I was obligated to go. Then, later on, once I fully committed to it, I found out it was a costume party, which is my worst nightmare. I hate dressing up for parties.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my God, how am I going to get out of this? Sadly, he heard that conversation yesterday on the radio. So he called me up today and he was like, Jace, heard you on the radio yesterday, man, and I don't want you to feel like you have to come.
Oh,
I just thought it would be really nice for us to catch up. And but seriously, man, don't feel under any obligation. We can catch up another time if it's a bit awkward for you and stuff, which made me feel like an absolute, well, like scum on a piece of toilet paper.
Right, but you wouldn't know. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Jeez,
that's true.
that's a roughie, man. Did you say no? All good?
In terms of,
Well, I said we could catch up another time. You just said, nah, all goods.
No, unfortunately, I didn't. Now I feel even more committed than ever. You know what I mean?
So you're going to you have to go to the party now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have answered the phone. That was a mistake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about when we were talking about it yesterday, I was thinking to myself, I hope he's not listening to this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really exposed myself there. So now I'm going to have to go to a costume party for a 50-year-old mate with lots of boozed up people having durries probably, and I'm just going to have to sit there in my civvy clothes pretending I'm having a good time.
Can you just call it off? Like the friendship, I mean. Just bin it, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, if you're constantly having to give and give and give in this man, go to his 50th party.
I do have a lot of mates, so I could probably just a few.
What's next?
Yeah.
It's a 50th party this week, but what about next week?
Yeah, good point, man. Nah, bugger it. I think I'll go to the family batch.
I would just flag it, man.
Yeah.
He sounds like a real needy.
Yeah, he is quite needy,
SOB.
actually. Yeah. And to be honest with you, mate, I don't even really like him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was just one of those guys that sort of hung out with me because I was cool.
Oh.
And I was always like, oh, God, here he is again. I was too nice to just biff him.
He was listening around this time yesterday, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
I was talking earlier, actually, Mogi, about letting my mate down re the party and him hearing me talking about how I didn't want to go on yesterday's show. And you were saying something quite interesting off air there about a mate of yours and how would we phrase this? An awkward situation that you have to deal with occasionally with them.
It is an awkward situation, and almost to the point now where I avoid sort of having to see them.
I hear what you're saying, yeah.
It is, so when we catch up with him, he said he's been married for quite a while now, but every time, all the way throughout, when it was his girlfriend, fiance, and now wife,
Yes.
every time you catch up with him, you g'day mate, and go, cheer brother, to the brother there,
Deuce.
and then you go in to give, we're sort of at hug stage with his missus there, wife. A lot of women don't like the term Mrs. Pug, so if you could just stop using that, man, because on this show we like to be inclusive and don't like to offend people. So
I'll
if you
work
get,
on it.
just
I'll
check,
work on
just
it, man.
check yourself.
Sure.
Sorry. Ice to the front, please.
Thanks,
apologies, man. Yeah.
But you go in to give her a little hug there, and a peck on the cheek, and she'll move her mouth, and she's a lip kisser.
Oh, gives you the full lip kiss.
Gives you the lip kisser, and it's I don't like it.
Yes.
I don't like it.
I have a similar friend as well, actually, that does the lip kiss. And there's something very intimate about lips coming together.
Can I say it's not appropriate?
I feel like it's not appropriate.
Well, it's definitely not appropriate because you don't feel comfortable, do you? So that means it's not appropriate.
Yes, but it's like because her partner is there in the room, you kind of get a pass for it because you go, oh, it's obviously not meant that way. I mean, if she's doing it in front of her partner, then it's not a biggie. Like, if they did that and the partner wasn't in the room, I'd go, whoa. So maybe the fact that the partner's in there makes it okay, but it doesn't feel okay.
I wonder if they come from a family where the parents were lip kissers. Because I also don't like when I see parents that kiss their kids on the lips. I don't like that.
Yes.
I think lip kissing is for your partner. Everybody else gets a cheek.
Yes.
That's my rule.
Yeah.
There's no grey area there.
No, I'm with you on that, actually. 100%, because whenever it happens to me, I'm like, ooh, okay.
Nah, don't like it. I don't like it.
You know.
Oh, unless you want to, is this, what are we doing?
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean.
But if you're doing that and then.
If there's a fire there.
Just saying hello.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. Hey, don't get me started. You see what I'm saying?
Totally,
Jace?
man. Yeah, totally. I understand what you're saying, man.
But I mean, the thing about it is, it's my mate's missus.
Yes.
But I wonder how he feels about it, and it's a very awkward conversation.
It is.
I can't bring it up with him. I can't bring it up to him.
His missus.
No, I can't say to him, hey man, what's the guts with your missus kissing all the boys on the lips?
Yeah.
The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Friday's going along very nicely indeed, and you're reclining at home with maybe a cold beersy, listening to a bit of good music and a bit of chit-chat between the fellas here on the Big Show. Speaking of chit-chat, we do do bonus chit-chat, don't we, Mogi?
We do. We do a couple of podcasts. One is just the best bits of the podcast without the music and the ads in it. And the other one is sort of a behind-the-scenes look into what is actually going on in our heads. It's a bit more chill, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
We had a bit of a yarn today. I can't remember what it is, but this will be a little reminder for all. I've already been for my first swim of the season because I go on the 1st of September.
Right.
But I did flash my downstairs at a passing tandem bicycle over in Waiheke.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, boy. You should have seen the look on the dog's face. They had a carrier with a dog in the front in the basket. Hey, Chihuahua.
What the hell is going on?
No, senor.
What the hell is going on with there?
Is
Is he circumcised? Is he not circumcised?
As well. It's on the way out.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing, of course, going into the old cold water there. There's a little bit of shrinkage that does happen.
Did you know about that, Pugs, man? Have you ever heard that shrinkage chat before, man, or is that new for you?
Have I heard of shrinkage before?
Is that fresh content? Do you reckon we're going to pull in some people with that?
It's great content, absolutely. Yeah. Fresh, I don't know if that's the word I'd use. Engaging, 100%.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
all right, good.
Yeah.
We're on the right track then.
Yeah, great stuff. But do go and check out that podcast, Going Great Guns. It's generally about 10 or 15 minutes long. Yeah, fellas.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up next, of course, after a couple of tunes, it's the Big Show, Big Poll, and boy, oh boy, the controversy.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie. Back Monday at 4 on Radio Hauraki.